So today we're exploring how your nervous system quietly shapes almost everything. Your emotions, your reactions, your sense of safety and connection. What we've found is most of us have done workbooks, therapy, journaling, and still kind of feel stuck. You can know the story, but you just keep repeating the pattern. Does that sound familiar? So what this means for us is understanding is useful, but the body decides what is safe. Does that make sense? So you can know the root cause of what's causing the emotional pain. You can have had a tough childhood, a relationship that left scars, burnout, financial loss, other kinds of stress. You talk it through, you've tried to process it, and yet when certain situations arise, your body still just reacts. You shut down, you lash out, you freeze, you lose motivation. Look, I've lived that too, years of it. What I found is this: we're trying to solve a body problem with mind solutions. Our nervous system is designed to protect us, and it will keep doing it long after the danger has passed if we don't know how to release the stored stress. You see, your nervous system doesn't just respond to the now. It carries what came before. Not just memories, but patterns of protection. They show up as overthinking, people-pleasing, procrastination, shutting down, or just always being on edge. Not because, there's something wrong with you, but it's just because your body is trying to keep you safe. Now, polyvagal theory, which was developed by Stephen Porges, helps map this, the different states. And it's not just calm or stressed, but there's a range of states. Now, when the nervous system perceives threat, maybe it could just be a tone of voice or an unexpected change, it shifts into protection mode. And for many of us, protection mode has become our normal. We get stuck there. So what that means for us is until we teach our body that it's safe now, the old program just keeps running. Now, a lot of people do try to fix this through talk therapy. And talk therapy absolutely can have its place. But what I've found is that once you begin to regulate your nervous system, the need to talk about it, the need to talk it through actually kind of fades away. When your body is still carrying the stored stress, talking about those negative experiences often just brings that stress to the surface. It can make you feel kind of wrung out instead of rewired. And that's not because talk therapy is intrinsically wrong. It's because the body hasn't finished releasing what it's still storing, the stresses it's still holding. And what that means is if your nervous system hasn't built capacity yet, the words won't create safety. They'll just stir the water. Do you see what I'm saying? But as your capacity grows, something fascinating happens. You no longer need to analyze every reaction or unpack every emotion. You can simply feel what's happening, stay present with it, and let the body complete the cycle on its own. Does it make sense? At that point, insight still matters, but it arises naturally, not through effort, not through forcing it. And you don't need to dig into the past to move forward. Because once your nervous system feels safe, your mind quietly follows. You see, we can't think our way into safety. We have to feel our way there first. Once your body feels safe, the mind can finally do its best work. When I finally started working with my nervous system, things changed. Gradually, but substantially. I stopped trying to force change through willpower and hacks, and I started sending consistent signals of safety to my body. For me, breathwork came first. slow, conscious breathing. And for the first time, I started to feel my body shift from vigilance to presence. And I actually felt more connected to others after just a couple of sessions. I saw dramatic improvements from breathwork, and from there looked at other things that could support my nervous system. I completely cut sugar and processed foods. I noticed greater stability, more energy, and less emotional volatility after doing that. And then I started aligning with the light, walking in the morning sunlight, seeing the sunrise, and that gave me deeper, more restful sleep, better mornings, and better capacity. So all of these things combined have helped to reteach my body to feel safe again and to release the stored stress that had been in my system probably for decades. The order that we do these things in doesn't need to be perfect. You don't have to worry about it if you don't do these things every day. But over time, what I found is it's about consistent safety inputs that your body can trust. And these changes within my nervous system, what it's done is it's created space between the stimulus and response, space to choose my responses rather than have my reactions just happen to me. And really importantly, my level of compassion for others and presence has really dramatically increased as well. Same life, same situations, but just different capacity. So we created this channel not just for theory's sake. Practical, body-first application, grounded in science, and also our lived experience. Now, I'm not claiming to have invented anything that you'll see on this channel. What I'm sharing here is what my wife and I have learned from brilliant researchers and real practice so that you can start your own reset. As we grow this channel, we'll map the nervous system in plain language and teach specific, doable practices that build regulation faster than you might expect. If you've tried everything and you still can't break through, you're in the right place. Explore the channel, make sure you subscribe, and let this sink in. Not just into your mind, but into your body as well. This is the beginning of something very different, very real, and it could change your life.